Ready.
Hello world! Welcome to episode 3 of our current City Skylines adventure. We are viewing the city of Hot Toddy, although it's not very hot, is it? It's been a little bit. It's been a hot minute since we've seen this city, or at least it feels like it has to me. I feel like I've been in too many other cities in the meantime. Oh, hey, subscribe today. That's just a sign of things to come. There are a few things. I've been kind of looking over the city for the last few minutes, kind of umming and awing on what we need to do. And the city has built up quite a need for commerce and, this guy. Industry. That's the one. So we will definitely have to address those. I think we will maybe purchase a new tile and carry our forestry industry forward. And yeah, we're gonna have to build a park today. I mean, have to. We should, for sure. And after those couple of things, I don't know where we're gonna go yet. So why don't we start with getting some commercial down. I saw this kind of like open area, and I do really enjoy leaving some white space, blank space. Gosh, what do you call it? Empty space? I don't know. I'm all for that typically, but I feel like we can put this area to good use. So we're going to use these pedestrian paths, and we're going to come out here and see if we can't get like a little kind of mini market happening in here. I may have some assets later that we can add to these to kind of get some more goodies happening. But for now, yeah, I'm liking the way that looks. I could probably afford to bring this guy. No, you know what? We'll leave it there. If they're only walking and I want to come up here anyways, let's make this happen. I don't know why they're angry about that. Why would you possibly be angry about having businesses booming all around your lovely housing? Honestly. So, what do we think? We'll do one last one. Yikes. Hello? Sure. That looks very strange. We're gonna go with it. We'll see how it looks when it zones in. And then we're just going to take this path, scooch it this way a bit, and just make sure that they meet up. Perfect. And we'll do perhaps one up there as well. So then what I would like to do is change the cars that can come along here. So only these are services, this is emergency vehicles, and this is I think it's like trucks to deliver goods. So we will restrict this to only those vehicles and have the rest be people walking through. And let's see, is this area part of the zone? So let me get this tidied up. Let me get the zoning happening, and I will come back with you. Before we move on, friend would like to say hello. Okay, moving on. So I think we've done a thing. Let us not have residential along here just yet. Instead, we will have a shop or two, and hopefully these bad boys will come in looking the way that I am hoping they will look. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, we do have a few. Yes, perfect. So I got some new assets in for a project over on Twitch, and I think they'll fit in just fine here. I realize now they basically just look like photos that were taken, don't they? That have just been smacked onto a house, I guess. Okay, well, we tried. I think they'll be okay. They're pubs. The Grapes Inn, they're old English pubs and stuff. I think this might be like an old Montreal asset. They're supposed to be like old-timey and cute and wonderful. And anyways, let's oh, hey, look. And oddly, they're going to need water. Oh, we don't have any heating. Well, here is what's up. We're going to immediately shift direction and let's get some heating in here. Geothermal is what is going to happen, and it fits so nicely right here. Bing, excellent. And now we're going to take a moment and upgrade all of our pipes to this heating. Okay, so everything has been upgraded, and we're actually, I'll show you, we are just at the brink of not having enough heating availability. So I'm going to have to, how much did that cost again? 55,000. So I'm going to have to wait with the city running a little bit and get another geothermal in here somewhere. We can look at the other one though. What is this? Boiler. Oh, it's 60 thou. But it would at least fit in there. So maybe we'll do that instead. It does produce pollution, but maybe we'll just pretend that it doesn't. We'll have to see. But for now, that's all we can do. We also are in need of just water in general. So this is something we're going to have to take a look at. Yeah, see, these guys are sad because they don't have heating. It will happen, just let me get some money. The other thing I wanted to do in here, yes, was I wanted to make like a little bit of a winter market happening. Oh, and they do produce a good amount of noise. Darn. Well, let's just get a few of these in. We'll put them in maybe mostly over here. And they're just cute little stalls that people can purchase their Christmas presents from. It kind of reminds me of like old Quebec City. So we'll do kind of one of each. Okay, and then let's get these other guys down. These look like little props. We can take a look at these. Oh, those are cute now, aren't they? Very cool. So we have our little Christmas kind of style market going on. Yeah, that's cute. Cute and fun. It's very hard to see with the way that the lights are and such. And we are allowing vehicles on here that I thought I did not allow. So maybe we have to do that for the whole section. So let me go through and do that. I'll get some more buildings in here and let's see what we have to do next. Okay, so I've added a boiler station here. I've actually also added a large pumping station over this way and another process tank guy. So we have all the water needs covered. And I was able to lower the water budget. So remind me, you know, when I'm recording next, as I'm recording, you must remind me that rather than building new water things, I need to just up the water budget. So then we come on over here and I did throw in some little houses. They won't do much for the population, that's fine, but they're cute. They have little Christmas lights and they're gonna look good in the snow. So that's that little area taken care of. What I want to get to next is getting this industry happening. So let's go ahead. We have some funds. Let's purchase another square. And we are going to go back to daytime. And we're going to connect these roads. I'm sort of tempted to bring the forestry out this way too, but I really want it to curve along the river. So how can we do that best? I'm just kind of looking at the map here. And this road will eventually come up and probably scooch through there. So maybe we make these roads something on their own. Why don't we do that instead? Okay, so I can do that. We can do that. We can do that together. Let's get this done. All right, we have expanded the industry areas. We built the roads. The roads happened. All we need to do now is get some trees happening. So we're going to come down here to Move It Mod. We're going to just take a whole bunch of these trees, copy them, prop and tree anarchy is off. And this is how we are going to get our forestry industry happening. Perfect. All right, so let's take a look at the DLC industry. Uh-oh, can we get them both? Can we get the one? This is a thing that happens sometimes when you do dual zoning like this. So to fix it, I'm going to grab one of the zones. Let's say this big zone. And I'm going to just expand it to change. You see how that changed where the name of the industry was? So this guy needs, in order to get up to the next level, it needs more workers. So of course, but where do we want them to work? Well, up here, it looks like we are not producing all of our own stuff. Well, now we're producing more of our own stuff, but it's a sign. So we will go to the industry, and it looked like, let's come back here for a second. It doesn't look like we're making any planed timber, but I thought we had something. This makes planed timber, the sawmill. Do I have that right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I could have sworn we had a sawmill put down here somewhere. Maybe not though, maybe I've got that ass backwards. So that's our biomass plant pellet, and it apparently needs the products. You know what I think is happening here? I think this is much more a case of not having enough storage. So why don't we work on that? There's our sawmill. So we do have a sawmill for sure. So we have all of the things that we need. Maybe they're just not laid out in the best format. And we definitely just need to upgrade our storage as well, because all of our storage is very full. So I'm going to think about how to do that. Once I have it figured out, I will come back with you. I don't know how I didn't immediately think of it, but remember when I said, I think it was episode 1, I was talking about how logs float down the river. Maybe it was episode 2, back in the old days. If we pioneer folk chopped logs up here and we needed to get those logs down here to ship, we would just kick them down the river and let the river carry them, and or ride them down the river, which is so extremely dangerous. Don't ever do it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take all the tree plantations and we're going to move them up here. We're going to take our storage buildings and move them around the middle areas. And that only leaves us with the production buildings, so the biomass plant pellet and the sawmill, and of course the main building. So why don't we move the main building a little further down, just so we kind of know that it's not production, we know it's not something else, and the barracks are right there, so that makes sense to me. And then, so we've got the movement happening. Now we just need more of it. So we do have a medium tree plantation that we can put down. The question is just where. That looks like it fits just fine to me. And oh, it would be great to get one down there. I did make the shape of these roads a little strange, didn't I? That's okay. This too, we shall overcome. We'll put him right there. Good. We'll get some more storage down. So this large log yard, it's definitely going to come in handy. And we didn't get any larger wood chip storage quite yet. And let's leave it at that. We'll see what happens as that starts to kind of go through. Maybe more storage. These are so full. So I'm just going to take some time, let this do its thing. I will potentially maybe zone some industry kind of in and around these fellas, like these little areas. And I'm going to see all of these traffic lights. They are going to be no more. Did I properly explain the full logic behind moving the industry stuff? I feel like I thought I did, but I don't think I did. So I thought I did, but I don't think I did. So it works both with our story that we are telling, meaning just what I remember from being a child, that you get logs, you kick them down the river, and then they go down the river where they have to go. We are getting the logs, we're moving them downriver to the storage, and then moving them downriver to the production. That was the logic. That's it. It's, you know, it's a little odd, but I think it works. It also will work like production level wise or whatever with our industries, because that's how they work as well, is they have to go from the take the resource out of the ground part, they have to go to the production part, so you might as well make it all one flow. Maybe we'll get some one-ways in there and help it, I don't know. For now, I've been sitting here thinking on if I had actually really told that properly at all. And I realized that we have now a huge population need, or residential need. And the guys in the factories and in the commercial areas are also begging for workers. So we are going to give them just that. I'm going to finish getting this. We're just going to zone all of this with this low density, just like we had here. And hopefully maybe that will get us ready for some high density, maybe next episode. So let's get this all zoned in. And then maybe our industry will boom. I've built out the roads. I have put down all of the required services in all of the required places. So let's just wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Yikes. I could probably, you know, get better at that, couldn't I? I always just feel like this tool is so much more fun. Who doesn't want to just come along and just click a million times to get all of the residential? I'm rambling today. It's been a very rambly recording session. I feel like I'm maybe out of practice with recording. How do we fix that? I guess we just record more. As we let these folks all move in, we will tackle our last project for the day, which is our park. We come to the Parks tab. We are going to do a nature reserve. So we'll put the main gate, I'm actually thinking we'll put it up here. Reason being is we can get a tram stop right in front there, but then we will put a side gate over here. Yes. Let's get some lit paths. It's lit, fam. Going from one to the other, and then I want to see if we can get both a little hill and a little lake in here. So we had a little bit of spillage, but that's okay. It's just going to make its way down into the ocean and all is fine. So we have our little hill. We have our little lake. Those will come in handy at a later moment. For now, let's get this. Oh, let's do better. We'll get this path happening up the hill. Can we snap to nothing, please? Good. I'm not super sure how. Okay, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. And we shall also get a path going along the lake, and it can clip right into here. Good, we'll adjust that. And finally, this area we will work in a moment. For now, let's just get this place started. We will get some tents in here because we want this park to be just like camping in tents. Anybody? Okay, awkward. And some campfire sites. We can put them, do we think we can get it back there without it yelling at us? We can, and we'll get that right there. So I'm hoping, is that enough? It's not quite enough. Well then, I am ashamed. I'm appalled. What else can we put in here? These are all fine. I'd like to do them later. I kind of just want to get the place rolling, you know? Let's get a cabin up here. It's not a cabin, is it? Campfire site. And we'll do a campfire here. We'll do a campfire here. That makes sense. And what about now? Perfect. So there is our level 1 nature reserve. As you can tell, it's missing a couple things. Thumbs up in the comments. Thumbs up if in the comments below you can tell me what's missing in our nature reserve. But we will correct that next episode. If you want to name any of the districts that you see here, feel free to let us know. Hopefully, by the time the next episode comes around, I will be back in the recording groove, for one, and we will have hit high density. So next episode, we've got a park to do. We've got some industry to make sure it does what we want it to do. And let's hope we have some high density to roll with. So for now, we will, as the sun sets on Hot Toddy, my inner sun will set on episode 3 of, you know, the city skylines thing that we do sometimes. All right, leave me a comment below about what's good, and we'll see you next time.